Well, here we go. 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 I found this to be an interesting story. Here, let's go over this. I think it's right at the beginning.
Actually, when that post went up, were you embarrassed by it at all? Make sure you keep watching until the end to hear her answer to this relevant question.
Are we going to be joined by the biblical prostitute Rahab? She was apparently just promiscuous, according to this tweet that now has 27 million impressions. It's from a guy named Trevor Sheets. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's just like a manifesto. But he says, and what's going viral? My wife was formerly promiscuous. I was a virgin. She was then radically born again, committed to church, evangelized constantly, all good. We got to know each other. We got married. We're too quick to forget the story of the woman labeled as a known sinner or prostitute. It goes on and on about Christ's redemption. We all agree. I say that's really wonderful. Yes, the devil whispers in our ear, says, sin doesn't really matter. The minute we do it, he tells us we'll never get past it. We're bogged down in our shame. We can be redeemed. We can cooperate with God's grace.
Can you imagine any other sin where you would just do this to your wife? And then you get a picture of her up too, which is just terrible because then it's like, not only is she a whore, here's what she looks like.
That's why it has 27 million hits. It's all those guys coming back. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's good to let people know.
Can you imagine? I'll finish it.
Our depraved culture, that there's redemption, you can accept God's love, cooperate with Christ. That's all very important to tell people. But we also owe each other discretion.
So we've just heard Michael Knowles, who seems to be a nice enough guy, say that Trevor should have used discretion. He should have been more sensitive towards his wife. Oh, but then these three turn around and call the sweet woman, a mother of three, dearly loved by her husband, a whore.
Not only is she a whore, here's what she looks like.
And even joke about 27 million men having sex with her.
That's why it has 27 million hits. It's all those guys coming back. Oh, yeah.
That's not merely hypocrisy. It reveals they have no understanding of what it means to be forgiven by God. And that's exactly what Trevor was trying to communicate. So good to have you here. Actually, I don't know if you know, but Trevor's one of my favorite people.
Mine too.
Trevor, you worked for the ministry for 6.5 years.
Yeah.
We have played probably hundreds of games of ping pong. Yeah. You got yourself into a little bit of hot water.
Little bit.
Tell me what happened.
I went onto X. It shows you a trending section for Christian news, and it said that Christians were talking about this post from Tom Buck, pastor, and I was like, let me see this. And apparently they were talking about, are women damaged goods if they have fallen into sexual immorality and then they get saved and they're born again? Are they damaged goods and now they should be rejected by men because of that? And he made this great case how this is not the biblical perspective. We could dive in on that later.
Anyways, the point of showing this was like it's great. Like only if they could get as much views as Michael Knowles and Ben Shapiro. Like you guys should go watch this. It's on Living Waters. I don't agree with everything these people say. I think they're on Jesus Light, to be honest with you. But I mean, there's see, you go and you try and be honest with people to say, hey, no matter your past, you can get over it. And then someone will still, like Ben Shapiro, come out and say, you're a whore. I mean, and it's great on her, though. I mean, great on her that she can own her past and just say, like, hey, if I can get past it, anybody can get past it. Jesus is for everybody, guys. I don't know I guess Shapiro doesn't understand, but Michael Knowles should understand that. You know what I just thought that I wish that as many people saw Ben and Michael's and all theirs would see this and see that, strength and truth. It can't hurt you. You know what I mean? It just your past can't haunt you if you've given yourself up and been reborn. I just thought that was interesting. I just wanna
May I have your seat, please? Perfect. I'll start kind of where you left off, Mr. President. Thank you for doing the work of the free world.
First of all, I would like to express how Peter has to have a script for everything. It's just quite like they're just
And having the courage to step up and stop the Iranian terror regime from holding the world hostage. That's really what it is. And 27 days ago, Iran.
why does he keep thanking Trump? This is the thing. Like I saw an interview where Trump's like, yeah, I went to Pete and those guys and they were on board. Shouldn't they be asking you to get on board? Shouldn't that be the way it works? Is that your intelligence agencies come to you and say, Mr. President, we got some intelligence problems and we need to fix them. It doesn't it doesn't like when Donald Trump says I went to AgSath and he thought we were doing the right thing. And I was just like, he should be the one telling you it's the right thing to do. Use the Department of War as much as, I mean, I don't know who's kidding themselves, thinking you can call yourselves the Department of War and have that Jesus tattoo or whatever tattoo. I think he wasted some ink on that sucker, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But then again, once you lie, and he lies, the Signal app, he lied big time on that. And then to find out he has NDAs with women, I don't know what they're about. They might be about nothing, but in my head, I'm like, ah. And then you gotta know the rumors out there that he likes to pour them back, and he said some stuff about a certain group of people. And then I start thinking, like Jordan Peterson sending out this message to these people. Oh man, it hurts. It hurts. Jordan Peterson hurts. He hurts me big time because I know how much he helped me, and now he hurts me. Knowing that he helped me, and I gotta try and find a way to help Jordan. You know what I mean? Hey Jordan, hey bud, let's 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 put ourselves in someone else's shoes. Hey, Jordan Peterson. Now, I don't know what this fella, the one that I know about, but apparently it happens all the time, and I can probably see that it probably does because someone was whistleblowed. But I would like to ask Jordan Peterson. I was like, "Hey, bud, you're so sympathetic about breaking the commandments and murder, death, kill. Don't you think what they do is excessive? Don't you see what their government stands for? Did you not see that brave woman who was a lawyer and whistleblowed on her people because that was the godly thing to do, whether Christian, Jew, or whatever, to stand up for what's right? And because, hey, Jordan, how would you feel if you were a prisoner, bud? How would you like it if you were a captive? Would you want to be treated as a human being still? You know what I mean? Not like you're already locked up. There's nowhere for you to go. It's all bad. But how would Jordan Peterson feel if people started putting stuff up his butt? Just anytime they felt like it, they could just put stuff up Jordan Peterson's butt. You know what I mean? And then when some brave person actually says, I think it's inhumane to stick things up people's butts, especially when they're already prisoners, they're already suffering, and you're just taking advantage and just, you know what I mean? And it's kind of how would Jordan Peterson feel about being the person with stuff up his butt all the time? You know what I mean? And but remember, the reason you can stuff the stuff up their butts is because they are the savages. They are the ones that are the savages. So you got to stick stuff up their butts and you got to punish the people. This is where it really gets sickening for me is that people would protect a country that would go after somebody who whistle blew on that and said it was not loyal and all sorts of shit, making them pay for doing the right thing. That's who everybody's standing up for. How would you all like it if people could just stick shit up your butts whenever they liked it. Eh? Because you're already a prisoner, right? You're already a lowlife. And you think that people think that you're so below them, you're such savage pieces of garbage that you just need stuff shoved up your butts. You know what I mean? This is this weird world we live in. Like, this is a real situation. You know what I mean? Going on in the fucking country you're murder, death, killing for. Children in Iran. Do you guys think that Jesus comes down and he thinks, God bless America. Look at what you've done. This is fucking gross, guys. What kind of meathead bullshit are you freaking listening to? Hey? Like, this is what else can they do? They can come into your country and touch children and go back to theirs and not have to worry about it. That's the most intelligent ones they've got. Their intelligence agencies can come over to America, try to pick up your children, get caught, just leave. It's like, I don't know. I think there should be a harsh punishment for touching children. I think at least 25 years, that would deter you from ever touching a child. 25 years per child, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Like, I don't get it. I'm getting sick to my stomach. I don't even know how you people can't see it. Like, this is dirty Trump. Like, what?
On our military. Never in recorded history has a nation's military been so quickly and effectively neutralized. Operation Epic Fury is not an endless war. It's a decisive campaign with clear objectives to destroy Iran's offensive military capabilities and ensure they never obtain a nuclear weapon. This is stuff for the history books.
Can we see the intel that they even were having any or wanted any, or in the negotiations at any point was there a threat of having any? But instead, we don't need to know because that's classified. We are just a bunch of dumb shits. And this is what'll lead the way for us because this is gross. This is gross.
This is stuff for legacy. Mr. President,
This is stuff for legacy. He's worried about bringing a legacy of conquering.
now to ensure future generations do not have to live under the threat of a nuclear armed Iran.
What about a nuclear armed America? Hey, what about a nuclear armed fucking country that would stick stuff up your butt because you're less than them? But then again, the cut it's just a bunch of goyim, you know what I mean? That must be sick to know that your children will go to hell because they fell into the goyim trap. You know what I mean? That's just like break the commandments for a bunch of fucking Nimrods. Maybe go the Nimrod way. And I hate to say it because I seen a man on there. His kid just fucking died over there. His kid just died over there. His kid just died over there. And he doesn't know that he gave his son to Satan. Yes. This is so retarded. This is so retarded. This is so retarded. I mean, I've seen a clip. It was Sean Ryan. And it had something to do with Joe Kent and the Iraq war on how we knew it was a fraud. And I was like, you probably should have known the moment that they didn't find any weapons of mass destruction. And the only mass destruction that was caused was by America. You know what I mean? I mean, oh, I hate talking trash on America. I hate talking trash on America. But we we over here in North America, us folks, regardless of our color, but let's just say the white motherfuckers have been real stupid in the past, okay? And we just gotta say to the world, say, hey, we're stupid for our stupidity, and this is how we got there. Following dipshits like this. You know what I mean? We gotta start coming together. We gotta start figuring shit out. So this don't happen no more. You know what I mean? Let's all try and come to God. Let's try and live in the truth. Let's not cause delusions for one another. Let's stop fucking playing games with each other. Let's start doing what's right. Let's not lie to fucking protect ourselves. Because when you lie, someone else takes the fucking fall. But then again, you might in the end, she might take the fall on earth, but I wouldn't like this is the thing. I don't like I don't get this place. I don't. I don't.
You wouldn't know it if you listened to the dishonest hate Trump media, as you referenced. The folks here in the room, these cameras, they have a choice. You're either informing the American people the truth or you're not. Because I hear it from my people every day. Behind every headline you write, there's a helicopter crew in the air. And behind every news banner you write, there's a battalion on the move. And behind every fake news story, there's an F-35 pilot executing a dangerous mission.
Yeah, those are souls we're all playing with, right? Those are souls that the Department of War and the other Department of War, the media, they have a role to play. And they should probably start playing it right. You know what I mean? But we can't get them to do it right unless we fucking ask them. They don't even know what the fuck's going on. Like Megan Kelly, I've been telling you guys, I like her. She says some good shit. I'm not trying to dog on her. I just think that she needs to become a better person in the truth. She needs to understand, like she's been taught. Like this is the thing. Like this is the shit, and I'll explain when she can say that what's her name, Deputy Daisy there, who was doing all the commercials, she said that she should never have said, even if it was true that Trump gave her authority to spend that money on commercials of her plugging him. Like, no, that's not right. You should always tell the truth no matter what. Because if you don't, maybe sometime down the line, you have to pay the price. And maybe the price was is you never wanted to get rid of your strings. You just wanted to be a puppet. You know what I mean? You never got the real thing afterwards. Who knows, But these are the little things that I notice that people say, and I'd rather have them know and let me know. Like, hey, Beck and Kelly, let me know where I'm wrong there. Let me know where the truth should not reign supreme. Because if the truth doesn't reign supreme in your life, then it's Satan running your life. It ain't the real deal. You know what I mean? But
The media is get it right.
oh,
This is
stop, dude.
be a young guy, Mr. President, but I'm not a rookie in this realm.
He's not a rookie in this realm. Oh no, you're a full-fledged sergeant in fucking Satan's army, bud. That's what I think. I think you're fucking full-on clown town who has no idea what he's playing with. He thinks he's playing. He thinks he's playing that. Oh, that's just what I think. But who knows? Maybe being with Satan pays off in the end. Maybe being in the Department of War, which Jesus was very much against people. I don't. That's what pissed the Jews off when he came the first time. They're like, "Where's our war hawk?" And he's like, "No, me Mashiach. Me come here to get you guys to learn how to use your brains. That way we don't have to have violence." You know what I mean? But in the end, I'll stand for everything I'm going to stand for, and you guys are going to kill me because you don't want to know who you really are because you want to get violent over being with God. It's a really silly situation you guys are going to get yourselves into. But
In 2007, I helped the surge, the public fight for the Iraq surge. Stood and watched people.
which the Iraq surge, which turns out was what? A war crime. Pete, that was a war crime, bud. What happened in Iraq, if it was based on a lie, is a war crime. You guys can fucking cheer George Bush all you want at all the baseball games you want, but I'm betting. Like, who would you bet? Like, if it cost you your soul and you had to make a bet, okay? George Bush war crimes going to heaven? He's in heaven at those baseball games. But what George Bush did, does he feel comfortable that he gets to go to heaven with what he did? Victoria Newland and all her advancing through the competition. Like, really, honestly, this is gross. I hate seeing this. Hey, if there's hell, George put like he is though. That'd be heavy duty karma, right? I'm just thinking, if there's hell, if you took out 1 million people based upon some lies and you knew it was lies and you just wanted to fucking have some gains, and well, I wouldn't want to be Georgie Porgy Bush. Anyways, there's something about Rothschild ties there too, or something Candace was saying with Barbara, eh? Barbara, if like you know how we talk about Miss Marcron, and I talked the other day about Michelle. I'm not saying you would think Michelle would have got caught if she was Michael. You know what I mean? America's not that fucking dumb, right? But then again, we got to think to ourselves. France ain't doing nothing about the devil fucking leading them. So, but Barbara, she wasn't much of a looker, to be honest. Like, you got to tell the truth there. She did look a little manly, but something to do with her being a Rothschild or something too. I think I don't know, or something. I can't remember. You know what I mean? But the Bushes, you go back to Prescott, solid men, solid as a rock.
The Senate declared the war is lost before it even started. Who was it? It was Harry Reid. That was the Democrats and the media working hand in glove. Back then, it was 3 years into a war. Now we're 3 weeks into an operation. But see, unlike Iraq, this isn't a tie. This is not parity. This is not chaos. This is success, pure American success on plan. And as the president said, ahead of pace. Over 10,000 enemy targets destroyed.
Like, why is there such a need for the drama? Why is there such a need to oversell you guys on how much you've crippled Iran, how great Donald Trump is? Why can't you just say, guys, we took out their navy, we took out everything? Like, I don't know what else to do, what else to say. Like, they should just tell you, we gotta send in ground troops now. We need a regime change. You know, whatever they're doing. Who knows? Who knows, eh? Who knows? Are they women? Women? Are they getting their asses kicked? I keep hearing how they keep winning, and Iran's just fucking jerked off, no good, anything, and yet they're a threat to Israel right now. I like, what do you believe? There's never any footage of anything, but for some reason, there's some coming in from Israel. We never get to see what's going on over there in Russia. I've never seen war footage of what's going on. But then again, maybe it's on X, maybe it's somewhere else. You know what I mean? Who knows?
40, I think now you're right, Mr. President, over 150 naval vessels sunk, underground facilities destroyed, their defense industrial base in shambles. And overnight, not only do they not have a Navy, Mr. President, they no longer have a Navy commander. IRGC's Navy commander was killed overnight in operation. So no Navy leader. Now that here's the thing about the media, though. If President Trump had not acted, you'd be screaming, why not? And now that he has taken decisive action, you're asking, well, why did you? It's the same old retirement playbook, TDS in your DNA.
It's Trump derangement syndrome. If anybody thinks that differently than the president, but then again, there are some that do just have, like, you can't. People won't even give him credit when he does do good things or says good things. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. And this is what fucking bugs me, is that earshot. He said right from the get-go, why can't they get into that guy's phones? Like, you mean to tell me all the intelligence in the world can't get into that guy from Pennsylvania Butler's phone? It's all sorts of weird. The earshot. Yeah. The they had to do things to get people to come to Hitler too, you know what I mean? And Hitler must have been saying a lot of right things to get people to follow him. You know what I mean? Like, oh man. I don't know. I guess I'm just frustrated because a man of God or a woman of God should be frustrated with all this stupidity. They really should. They should be losing their effing minds. They should be losing their effing minds. But hey, that's enough beat. Pete just goes on and on and on and on about the same shit. Just takes you in a great big circle about how great they are and how great Trump is. And here, I want to go over this. Here, let's watch some of this. Hey,
Solution deploys in minutes and protects in days.
Let's can't get more. You don't gotta.
The Golden Idol of modern Christianity received another Golden Award tonight, and that came from House Republicans. They held their annual National Republican Congressional Committee fundraiser, and before Trump spoke, Speaker Mike Johnson announced that they had come up with a new honor to bestow upon Donald Trump.
listen to
Here's a
this.
short clip of what happened.
Don't we want?
Yeah, well, just listen to this. This is fantastic. This is enough to make you sick, really.
And before we bring the president out to the stage, because of his accomplishments and because of his willingness to work literally around the clock to fix every issue that has faced this country.
What is his accomplishments? Really? Conquering the Gulf of Mexico, and conquering Venezuela by discombobulating them, and then fucking over Cuba to the point where he's just going to be able to do whatever he wants with Cuba because humans are just fucking his play toys to fucking play around with. You know what I mean? Like, what else have they done? Well, they've managed to economically try and fuck Canada, charging his own country to do it. Like, I don't know how many times I got to say this. Americans pay the tariffs. You guys are paying to fuck your neighbors. You know what I mean? It's like I get. I don't know. Anyways, we could go on and have a talk about that tariff thing and trade deals and all sorts of stuff, but you guys would never care to fucking take a look. So, but yeah, what has he done other than bring plastic straws? Which I admit, those paper straws are bullshit. Like Donald did, I think, did a real service there, but I'm trying to think of really what has he done because he said men out of women's sports, but he really hasn't accomplished that yet. And he did say that you weren't going to be able to mutilate children, but I think that that's changed now. And if someone could go check, I don't know how to check your Save Act. The act that just went in, I think it's the Save Act. I think the Save Act has it so that parents now can determine if their children can get transferred or not. You know what I mean? Like, can someone let me know? I shouldn't be upset. Should I? He wouldn't do that, would he? I mean, I'm not even American. There's nothing. I just thought, kids are kids, and yeah, you know what I mean. American kids, Canadian kids, African kids, European kids, all the 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 children all around the world.
to change the global partnerships, to make America strong again on the world stage, to solve all the domestic problems that we are facing in this country. The president has done.
How is he making America strong? His big brag is bringing trillions of dollars into the country. All of that is for AI and weaponry. So he gives out and wants visas because you can't have the average person building that shit. I didn't make this up. He fucking wants visas for that. That's when he wants immigration. When Americans are tough. Man. Oh man. He's got gold cards for sale. Come in, buy, put our people to work rather than building the country from within. You know what I mean? Ah, jeez. And oh, I mean, like he's doing this car thing too. It's like, what do you guys want? You guys want all the cars and take them away, and you guys can build them all, but you'd still expect us to purchase them? Like, this is what I don't understand. This is all sorts of stupid, you know? I don't see what he's doing that's good. I just don't. I mean, the plastic straw thing for sure. But other than that, a lot of the things he said, I mean, the Epstein files turned out to be a hoax. He was the hoaxer there.
To the American people, and we want to honor him in some small way, some token of our appreciation for his tenure. And so tonight we have created a new award. We're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to honor him with a new award that we'll present annually from this point forward. But he is the suitable and fitting recipient, the first ever America First Award. You can think of no better title for what that is.
America First. The guy that bought his Bibles, his ties, his shirts from Bangladesh. And, well, are you kidding me? Come on. It made me come buy a chunk of America. But don't worry, I'm just not saying it's our country too. Like,
That's this beautiful golden statue here.
beautiful.
Appropriate for the new golden era in America.
Donald
So
Trump's
we want
golden
to
era.
the President of the United States in just a moment and thank him for his unwavering commitment to the American people. And because of that, it is our honor on behalf of all House Republicans, all of you here.
Mike Johnson, you are gonna have to remember you are video all over the place, gobbling Trump's nuts all the time. So if it ever comes to where people decide to come to God and they say no to Trump, they're gonna know that you gobbled Donald Trump's nuts on the regular, bud. And it's all fucking there. I wouldn't even be surprised if Donald has your makeup on his crotch, for crying out loud. I have never seen a man, not even Pete Hegseth, that wears more makeup than him. I don't know. Like, it's okay if he wants to, like, I don't know, like, whatever, to each their own. Like, he tries to pretend like he's a manly man if he's got other, I don't know.
Patriots across the country present the very first America First Award to the 45th and the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, come on out.
Come on out. Whoa, you gotta stop that music.
Was basking in the adulation from the crowd. Because that is what he's all about. He wants to
Where's my trinket? Where's my trinket?
Everybody knows that the best way to praise Trump is to give him not only an award, but a golden. Now, they didn't really show it in this video clip, but here is the award they gave. And as you can see, it's a rather
Listen, trust me. Once you guys find out that Donald Trump, whether he's the fucking Antichrist or not, once you guys find out what a little bitch he is, Yeah. Uh, Anybody who will hurt people is a bitch, and I think he hurts people more than he helps people. He's more into himself, you know what I mean? But who knows? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's me. Maybe God thinks you have the right to kill. Maybe God thinks that you have the right to have a military. You guys can claim wars through God or whoever, whatever you want to claim the wars through, but they're your wars. They're man's wars. God does not want wars. Those are created by God and not God. Created by Satan, convincing men they have God and that they need to fight and they need to sacrifice themselves. And stupidity is not the way. No, no. What Jesus did was standing up for what was right, and he did nothing to nobody, and they took him out. So, but what else do we got going on? I noticed nobody likes to watch anymore. If you can't come in here and shoot your lips off at me and try and trigger me, okay. So, you guys want to like? Oh, dude.
Hello, random Ontarian. I bet your name is Doug. I'm just going to call you Doug. Listen,
Jeremy Spinner. Who was the character he played? Like on Marky Mark's show. You know what I mean? Ash Wednesday there. Marky Mark. The program he did with him. No, it wasn't Marky Mark's program. It was that show. Ari Emanuel. How do you think Ari's
House in Pyongyang.
I don't know.
As
Ari knows.
President Donald Trump.
I would say probably not good. Anybody who's on top trying to stop the shit out of people and having a good time doing it, I don't think they're doing good with God. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be competitive.
Now resorting to acts of state-sponsored terrorism and aggression. Hostile forces wanted us to make a different choice, preaching a payment for our giving up of nuclear weapons. The present situation clearly proves our nuclear possession is irreversible. Kim never names Iran. He doesn't have to. His message to Trump is blunt. When diplomacy fails, only brute nuclear force will do. Ever since the Iran war broke out, a string of high-profile North Korean weapons tests. This salvo of cruise missiles fired from Kim's flagship destroyer, the Choi-hyun. Days later, a barrage, what state media calls a dozen nuclear-capable rockets. Kim, joined by his daughter, rumored successor in training, the teenager believed to be named Kim Ju-ae. She's even getting behind the wheel of a brand new.
Isn't that cute? Daddy dictator making daughter dictator. Could you imagine? Do you know what that simpleton's doing? He's training that one to go to hell. That's what he's doing, I think. Like, want better for your child, Kim? Wouldn't you want her to bring on a peaceful world? Oh man. Ah, like it's all sorts of stupid. It's all sorts of stupid.
With her father riding shotgun. Kim and his daughter busy flaunting their firepower. Praising its anti-US partnership with Pyongyang. During coverage of the Iran war, Russian state TV airing footage of North Korean troops training near the Ukrainian front, glorifying soldiers who chose suicide over capture.
Glorifying soldiers who picked suicide over capture. Can you imagine? Why is that? Well, I'll tell you, if I was to get captured by those Israelis, you might, you know what I mean? You don't want stuff stuffed up your bum all the time. You know what I mean? But can you imagine? You're willing to not only kill, but die for your dictator. Can you imagine that? You know what I mean? Oh, it's amazing world. You know what I mean? And I seen this thing one time and I was like, holy smokes. Like I feel bad for the Chinese people. Like wait till they gotta find out they're brainwashed too. Like they have detonators on their helmets. To oh man. I seen that. I was like, holy smokes. Oh man.
Their signal, Russia has North Korea's back.
Yeah, the North Koreans are fighting with the Russians or their nuclear.
Families of fallen troops, doubling down on nuclear weapons and telling his military and his people to prepare for war. There are still signs diplomacy is not completely off the table. Just this month, South Korea's
Push the button, you little dorks. Push it. I know what happens. Believe in your God. Kim Jong Un, believe in your God, bud. Believe in your righteousness. All you little fucking dictating leaders. Push the button, bitches. Believe in your God. Know that what you're going to get is righteous. Exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you've been promised. Go ahead. Keep hurting people. Hurt as many as you'd like. You know what I mean? It's your afterlife delight. Who knows, eh? I'd like to think that if there's a hell, those who try and hurt people, those are the people that get to go. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that they're the kind of people that would hurt people if they could get hurt. And how long do we got here? It's a time. Oh, I still got time. Yeah, let's go over this because I'm really tired. I do take some time and listen to people that talk about Candace so that I have to fucking both sides. You know what I mean? So
Off the season with Canadian Tire's early spring super sale. Save up to 30%.
and remember, these are only my thoughts and opinions. And if you have more evidence to help me out, please find a way to let me know.
I mean, the fact that she was so, so into this idea of French legionnaires trying to have her assassinated, and that storyline has completely vanished. And she's tight with the guy that was just over counterterrorism. That even makes it weirder to me. So
Brigitte Macron thing has disappeared.
Well, she's trying to cover. She's given all this information out, and now she's trying to cover the Charlie Kirk. Why have you given up on these other things? Because she's working on something else. But we'll keep going because we'll get back to.
Yeah, she doesn't really know about that anymore. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. I don't know that she can. I don't know that there's anything more to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like she did.
Like, what do they think? Should they say, like, hey, does Miss Macron have a penis? What do you guys think? Do you think the evidence that is reliable from the man that wrote the book? Do you think it's reliable based on the Macron's actions? Like what is it? Like, do you guys back Candace on that? Or is it like what is it? Like, is it just silliness? But
Serious but the fact that she was saying that France was involved in trying to kill her, I feel like that's kind of a big deal. And
well, it is kind of a big deal that she came out on television, and I get what they're trying to say is that she's trying to grift. She's trying to grift off on her fans like she's some sort of victim. Why would some sort of victim call out the FBI director? Why would they say, hey, I've been threatened. The only ones that have gotten back to me, sort of, is Tulsi Gabbard's part of the government. No one else is getting back to me. This is fucking weird that I have information saying that people are planning on like taking me out. You know what I mean? And then they had Cash, I think it was Megyn Kelly, had Cash Potato Head on. And someone asked, does Candace have a hit out on her? Is what Candace saying crazy? And Cash Patel would not say either way. All he would say is, we take all threats at the FBI seriously, and we'll look into everything that people bring us. Like, that is so wassy-toosy. It's not even funny. It's gross. Why would you not say, hey, yeah, either we got leads from Candace, we heard from her, or we haven't heard from her. We took her information and found out she's full of bukkake. She might be trying to gather some fans, or say, hey, yeah, her talking about the Macrons has people wanting to fucking kill her. But instead, Cash Patel is so willy-nilly with everybody else's fucking lives that he can't come out and say one way or the other because he's a fucking Nimrod. And they want to put that out on Candace. Candace went out and said they tried getting all the Tulsi. They went to other departments, and the only one that was getting back was Tulsi's.
Was indeed connected to Joe Camp, which clearly she was. Thought it was a really interesting point that Natalie Denise brought up. She was like, if Joe Kent had loose lips when it came to feeding Candace intel, why the sudden silence when it comes to this alleged international league of assassins?
Even if Joe Kent did give it to her, it's the truth. Why are you so pissed off that Candace got the truth? And we can go over that in another video that I have saved, because there's a rabbi out there saying, well, yeah, he didn't tell you the truth to begin with, but he told you the truth. You shouldn't be a rabbi, dipshit. You should not be a rabbi. You should always be telling people to tell the truth, because if people aren't telling the truth, they're trying to hide the truth. So, oh man, it's just, I'll go through that video so I can explain it a little bit more.
Targeting her. What if the one thing that you actually bring out into the open, the kind of claim that demands public warning, or does the urgency only show up?
Yeah, you think the FBI director what's else Candace supposed to do? I mean, she flat out says she thinks that Cash Patel's an idiot. He has the perfect opportunity to smash her right in the face and say, hey, you dipshit. Not only is nobody trying to kill you, we've got DNA from Miss Marcrone. She's not a man. And stop. You're going to get sued, princess. I would do that if I was Cash Patel. But no, none of that stuff. We play the stupid game around here on Earth.
When it's convenient.
It shows up when it makes money for her.
I just can't believe that she's like, they're trying to kill me. And then she went to what? Dollywood, like that same weekend. It's all.
Oh, yeah. Show the devil that you're scared and and not. They'd be pretty stupid to take her out, especially when she exposed them right on national television. It would they would probably play it a little safer, seeing as she came out and said exactly who was involved. But like I said, it'd be easier to prove her crazy. You know what I mean? It's your intelligence agency's responsibility to let you know who the nut bars are, okay?
Right.
She's such a grifter. She is a carnival barking grifter, is what she is.
What if she's not? What if she's not? I'm not saying she could be, But what if she's not? What if because she questions and asks things and you two refuse to ask questions and you just want to assume that you get a prize of hell? I'm not saying I don't know anything about hell, but if you are just ignorant to your own reality and you want to smash people who are just trying to figure things out. Now, they don't bring anything that brings to me that Candace is an idiot.
Cult leader.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. All right, so then the big news from yesterday, and this was broken by Michael Schellenberger, who
There should be more people out there trying to ask for the truth. She's out there asking the regular people out in the world if they have information to help, and she's always
interviewed Joe Kent, and essentially what happened is that Joe Kent said he would testify on behalf of the defense in Charlie Kirk's assassination case. And Schellenberger went into more details, saying that in the interview that he conducted with Joe Kent, Kent said he knew he might be called as a witness before he made his statements that a foreign nexus might have been involved in Kirk's assassination. And he said, quote, "I was definitely warned of that over and over again. If I end up..."
See, he's saying he was warned that if you give information or say certain things, this might bring you into what we want to happen with Tyler. But here's the thing with Joe Kent is they blocked him from looking at other leads. They blocked him from doing his job. So in his head, being a warrior, he's like, why won't you let me do my job? I know that I should be doing this. And you guys, for some reason, don't want me to do this. Why don't you want me to look here? And then when he says, hey, there were places they didn't look, that's not a lie. That is the truth. And the truth should come before your government. That way you guys are more informed about what's going on. You know what I mean? So when these two buzzards are going on about how he's going to ruin it so Tyler Robinson doesn't go to jail, or he's going to ruin it so Tyler Robinson gets off. That's not what he's doing, and that's not what he's saying. All he is saying is, my government blocked me from looking at other leads. This other stuff about Tyler, I don't know. What I wanted to look at were these leads leading me outside of America being involved. And they wouldn't allow me to look. And for some reason, you guys get it imprinted into your brains that that's not loyal. What Joe Kent did is not loyal. It is loyal to God. It is what he's doing is bringing the truth to light. You should always do that over no matter how much it will hurt you. Because it's only Satan that will come after you. And the only thing Satan can do if you're in God is bring you closer to God. I swear to you.
That role, then I'll do it. It's not something I'm seeking. And so when Michael pressed him, saying, well, that could help Tyler Robinson, Joe's response was, well, then honestly, so be it. If it gets us to the...
Yeah, because he's like, that's not my problem. Because I didn't get to investigate other leads. I can't. I'm not going to take on what they did. They did not allow this. I have to tell the truth.
That's obviously the risk I'm taking.
I just cannot. This is so crazy. Like Robinson's fingerprints were on the rifle. He texted confessions to his lover, his trans lover. Okay. He told his parents that he did it. Mm-hmm. His parents turned him in. There's evidence here, right? I mean, this is.
Please, someone get past that 30-06. These two ladies You need to show me what I've seen, what a 30-06 would do to a man's neck, and tell me that that bullet is what hit Charlie. Please.
It's without evidence. There's actually evidence that you, and now we've got all these people like that have talked and given all these conspiracy theories. They've thrown fresh meat to people. Which has messed up the case. I think it's already the Candaces and all these other people have messed up the case. He is so hell bent.
How can you mess things up by asking questions? How can you be so stuck in your lame brain to not question and you don't have to agree with everything people say and do your own investigations, prove them wrong, prove where they're idiots. But this is just, hey, Candace hasn't brought this up in a bit. That's suspicious.
I'm blaming this on, I guess, the Jews. That's basically what he's trying to do. And he's become one of this foreign.
Nobody's ever blamed it on the Jew. They say Netanyahu, the government, who the Jews need to watch out if they choose for that to be their government, because that's who they follow. If they allow it, then that's their God would allow it. You know what I mean? You got to at least say, no, I don't want to be a part of it. Sorry. You do not have my support. Just use your voice. Just say no. 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 I don't want to go to hell if that's what I got to get for serving Benjamin Netanyahu. I will not go down with that idiot.
See people that this is gonna mess it. He's gonna walk. This guy's gonna walk.
I can't believe that that's the most. I was raging about this yesterday. It made me so upset, especially when I saw the guys from Turning Point talking about it. Of course, we'll have that audio, but it is just it's inexcusable that they are ruining this case.
Right.
And it was Blake Neff, obviously.
How can you ruin a case with bringing more information? Truthful information. That's what I don't get. If someone didn't do their job and things go and they get Tyler Robinson off and he's guilty, that's because the FBI decided they didn't need all the information. They fucked up, not Kent, if he's telling the truth. And well, he's the one that got the freaking text from dipshit from DPUSA. Like, and he lied about it at first, saying it didn't, and then it did, and
about this, saying Tyler Robinson literally confessed to his parents and was turned in by them and has his DNA all over the weapon.
I don't think anybody's seen a confession. I don't know. I haven't heard a confession.
To kill Charlie, but some people are so obsessed with hating Israel, the same thing they're obsessed with literally every day, that they will try to help a murderer get off so they can keep pursuing.
People do not hate Israel. They hate what it stands for because of its leadership. They think it's gross. They think it's gross to shove things up people's butts. Well, you already have them captured. This is not the way when I shove. Oh man. Anybody who would shove things up somebody's butt is just sick in the freaking head. They're twisted in the fucking brain. There's something wrong with them.
Really obsession.
I have a question, just real quick, just to interject. Like, if all these anti-Semites eradicated the remaining 16 million Jews, just hypothetically, then, when problems still exist in the world,
anybody who wants the Jews eradicated from the world will probably not see a good time when they go to heaven. You know what I mean? It's like we're not supposed to hate each other. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to think that we're better than one another. You know what I mean? Whereas oh,
They will.
Still exist because they still will exist. Then who are they going to blame for all the shit? Who are they going to blame? I'm just hypothetically putting that out there because there are 16 million of them left. If they did what they want to do, which these people have such hatred for Israel and Jewish people, if they
no, they have a hatred for evil. And it happens to exist in a country. Not all of the country, but some of the country. But they've been brainwashed. Just like these people have. How can you justify and sit there and talk about shit you have no idea about? Yeah, these two would probably never, they probably don't look at their comments. Anybody who would come against them and disagree, they don't.
rid of them, then what? Who are they going to come
Then
for
they come
next?
after the Christians next, as we've always said. That's the game. I don't know who these Christians, so-called Christians, end up blaming for all of the world's ills, but
Who would Candace and Tucker and this guy and Chunk Yogurt? Who would they come for next?
Wow. I don't think they're coming after, I think they're coming after the devil. I think they're trying to expose lies. That's all they're trying to do. And for some reason, they can trick and fool you to think that you're fighting for something. I don't holy shit.
I swear, it's just I'm enough.
I know. But first, we want to tell you about a great dude gift. I know it's still a few months away, but like,
Get your great dude gifts. Oh, s'mores. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. I just thought I'd share that. I do watch some anti-Candace stuff. I like Troy Black. That boy better hope he's talking to the Holy Spirit, because if he's not, he's gonna have a real bad time. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't seem to be too interested in the truth. He wants to go by what the Holy Spirit tells him, and it's, never trust a man. You know what I mean? But who knows? It's just there's a reason people are going after Candace the way that they do. Is it on purpose? Is it to get us all stirred up and not have an outlet on how to fix it and come together and just have an all and out? And who knows? Hey, there's a bunch of possibilities out there. They got you right good. So many possibilities. But if we took it back, we could have new possibilities. System is broken. Creates clowns. You know what I mean? These people probably don't know they're stupid. It just but you let me know where I'm stupid, please. I don't like this. I don't like this anymore. I do not like this. It's hard thinking you see things that other people just can't see. And you somehow got to be the retarded one. But when you ask them to say, hey, show me, show me, show me, show me, and there's no showing. But anyways, we've got this recorded for today. I didn't want to do it. I did it. It wasn't as bad as I thought. So now we got to move along and try to figure something out. You know what I mean? Have that gotcha moment. You know what I mean? But who knows? Not that I want a gotcha moment, but we got to have a gotcha moment. Because if you never say gotcha, then the other people never know they've been gotten. And wow.